Greetings and welcome back, folks. I'm Dalton Cowan, and I've got a problem. Okay, little backstory. Shiitake mushrooms and I have never quite seen eye to eye. I tried for a long time to produce them indoors, and I don't feel like getting into that in this video, but there's a lot to it, and it takes a long time, and I found results to be very inconsistent. So I stopped doing that, and I started doing my shiitake outdoors entirely. Well, back in 2019, I inoculated a bunch of logs, I'd say probably about 40, maybe 50. And your outdoor shiitake logs are going to take anywhere from, sometimes I would see fruits as early as about 5 or 6 months, but more commonly about 12 to 18 months is when you're going to see most of your logs start to fruit. So anyway, shiitake and I don't really get along. I said, okay, look, you can't live indoors anymore. You're going to have to live outdoors. And that worked out pretty good for about a year or two. Now, there are several methods that you can use to kind of induce your logs to fruit. Sometimes they'll do it naturally, but obviously, if you're running a farm like I am, you want something like a consistent production schedule. This tub back here is where I soak them. More on that in just a little bit. But first, let me show you all of the shiitake that I've seen all year. Well, here they are. I have at least 100 logs out here, and I've seen a grand total of 3 shiitake mushrooms this year. And the slugs got to them before I could. My customers love shiitake mushrooms, so naturally, this is a problem. So, what I'm going to do is to try to see if I can't do something about it. Now, I have a suspicion that some of these logs may have kind of not made it through winter or dried out to the point that the mycelium kind of died back. Because I'll be honest, I wasn't very responsible when it came to watering these things and everything. So, anyway, this tub back here is to soak them. So we just fill it up with cold water, brush from the water hose, and then you put your logs in and you let them soak for at least 24 hours, but not longer than 48. Well, I've done that with every log out here 3 times. Still no fruits. So somebody in a forum had this bright idea, and it made perfect sense. Now, with indoor shiitake, it's generally considered good practice to, once you inoculate the bags, not to move them, because that movement, that kind of touching it, handling it, can cause it to fruit prematurely before it's actually ripened fully. So a pretty common practice with indoor shiitake is to just kind of smack the block around a little bit before you take it out of the bag and you put it in the fruiting chamber. So anyway, I brought this problem up to a mushroom growing forum, and one of the guys had a bright idea that I should not only soak them, but then whack them with a hammer. I'm going to try that out. Okay, this is a log that has been soaking in cold water for about 40 hours. So, kind of toward the upper end of, kind of the recommended soaking time for shiitake logs. And then when I strike these, preferentially I'd like to have a rubber mallet, but I don't. So we're going to be using just a regular hammer. And I'm not going to hit here because I don't want to damage the bark or for the bark to fall off. Once that starts happening, the log dries out very fast. And it's not long for this earth. So I'll be striking them right on the end here. Just giving them a few solid whacks. Then I'm going to do that with the rest of these that are in here and see if I can get some shiitake to show up. Does this fascinate you? Would you like to learn more about it? How about a hands-on mushroom cultivation course? Well, you're in luck. I'm located in Rockwell, North Carolina, and I do about 3 a year. So please feel free to check those out on my website. There will be a link to the website right down below in the description. So please check that out. And if you want to come join us, please do. I do about 2 or 3 a year. It's always a great time. Love to have you come out. We cover a lot of ground. So take care, folks. I'll see you next time. honestly, I have no idea if this is going to work or not. But, you know, any port in a storm, desperate times call for desperate measures. So we'll see what happens. You really can't go wrong with any of the links down there below this video. Like, subscribe, share, tell a friend about it. If you're having issues with your logs and you find this information useful, then please subscribe to the channel if you like this sort of content and want to see more like it in the future. I'd love to have you. Hopefully this works and I'll post an update video no matter what happens. So have a great day.